My name Kodak Black, but when you see me, I'm white.
So
that's the cold open.
Yeah. To preface, that's all Chris said when he's like, this interview is like, my name Kodak Black, I'm white. And I was like, all right, I gotta see it now. What's up, everybody?
Hello.
Wow, super professional. We're back with another episode talking about Shiznit.
Welcome back.
I'm Jared.
I'm Chris.
It's Monday. I forgot today was Monday. I was telling you that on the way in.
Oh yeah, you were just vibing.
Yeah, I woke up, was just vibing, having a great day. I was about to play some games. And then I realized, oh shit, it's 8:50 on a Monday. I have to be at work at 9 because Jamie's here today.
Jamie. What's up, Jamie?
Hey, Jamie. Nothing.
Yeah, most days we're pretty casual when we show up, but old Daniel's on the necklace, Don, is an intern and has very specific hours that he's available to us. So we
need to be here at certain times.
Yeah, we have to be here for him.
I can't roll in whenever and stay till whenever.
Yeah, he has to be here for us, and we have to be here for him to be here for us.
Yeah. All in the name of aimbot
and college.
That too. Yeah, probably a little bit more important than the college thing. I need to be a functional adult in the world. Please prove to my professor that I am that.
Yeah. I need these credit hours.
Please. So speaking of aimbot, it's that time of the show.
Ad time?
Ad time. This ad, not an ad. We outsource all of our ads because we're not going to do a normal ad read ever on this podcast. So we're going to let the computer write our ad reads for us.
And you know what's something I was thinking about is that this is what episode, I don't know, 7 or something.
Yeah.
We've never talked about what the product really is. We just have like these weird ads that sometimes touch on bits.
I don't think we should explain it.
Yeah, just look up aimbot, guys.
Yeah, if you want to know, you can go to aimbot.energy.com or aimbot.energy or linktr.ee/drinkaimbot, and you can find all the things that you could ever possibly want.
Aimbot's really cool, guys.
It's super cool. It's like a drink.
Yeah, it makes you cool.
It makes you cool too. Do you want me to do the brackets or like the thing for this one?
Do the thing. I'll do the brackets.
Okay.
The video opens with a young woman jogging down the street. She stops in front of a house and puts her hands on her knees to catch her breath.
We're going to need a lot of coffee for this one.
A man opens the door, dressed as either an elf or a superhero, and hands the girl an aimbot energy drink.
In recent years, neuroscientists have shifted their focus away from studying chemicals in the brain and towards studying instructions for making chemicals inside neurons. That's where aimbot comes in. The formula helps maintain peak mental function by helping your brain make more dopamine and less serotonin. But that's not all it does.
The camera shifts perspective to show 3 other people standing behind doorman looking nervous.
Energy drinks? Nootropics? No. That's just where we keep our dicks when we're not using them.
Bro.
Good ad.
A great ad. A computer wrote that.
A computer wrote that. And I don't think we could have ever thought of that closer.
It's terrifying the computers know where we keep our dicks when we're not using them.
Yeah.
They're figuring shit out.
With the 3 doorman people.
The computer knows about the doorman.
Jeez, it's like the Clockwork Elves people. The doorman.
They always are.
Mm-hmm. So, this week in aimbot, we've got some things happening that aren't necessarily aimbot related, but do impact aimbot.
Yeah, some shiz went down. So we have a sister company that they do vape stuff. It's like a retail company. Vapor. They got a bunch of locations around us, and one of them suddenly lost their whole staff.
Suddenly.
like in a day,
Yep.
which sucks for them. And it's a very small company.
Yeah.
It's a really small company. It's very local.
Yeah. Like if you had to guesstimate how many total employees there are, would you say under 40?
It's probably under 40. It's got to be under 40.
Yeah.
So we gotta go help keep that store literally open.
We have to run a store for a little bit
because there's otherwise they will close, and there's just nobody else.
Yeah. There's no one else to do it, and there's a job supply open right now, but no one's applying for it.
It's a hard time to be getting people, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. So they got to get the two most qualified people left. Us, the people who haven't worked for a vape company at a minimum
long.
4 years for me.
I don't even know how long for me. I don't know what year I stopped.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
20.
Yeah, it was about 37 years ago.
Yeah. So I guess like sort of backstory. Chris and I both started at this sister company, and then we met each other doing stuff at that company because we did vape flavor juice development for a while until it was not able to be done due to government.
It got banned.
Banned.
You know, in hindsight, when it all started was on September 11th. it was I don't know, 3 years ago. It was Trump was in office, so it was what. It's been a few years now.
It's been
a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were those like mysterious people dying. This is like pre-COVID.
Yeah, it was all the like
it was like those
vitamin
weed
E dab cartridges that were like bootleg.
Yeah, but it got blamed on like the vape industry. So then on 9/11, Trump goes on TV. It's like, hey, we're probably gonna ban flavors.
And then all the stupid fear-mongering people out there were like, yes, get rid of
Let's go protect the children.
My priority is these babies.
I will say they should be keeping kids off vapes, that's for sure.
Yeah, don't let your kid vape. If your kid's like 15 and smacking up a jewel in a bathroom, you're a lame parent and you need to like look at your kid once a week. At least
just look at him.
Just look at him. Say hey.
Yeah, keep the chillins off the vapes, but
yeah, let an adult do whatever they want.
Yeah, I thought we were about liberty, guys.
Yeah, I thought this was America.
Yeah, what happened?
What? Apparently, Trump got rid of the liberties.
Apparently, they're also talking about getting rid of menthol cigarettes, which is going to...
Didn't that happen?
No, they're still available, as far as I know. I mean, I haven't bought cigarettes in so long. I don't really know.
I wouldn't know.
But I
don't go in the gas
station. I have a feeling that there would be riots.
Yeah, people would lose their mind.
They're literally addicted to them.
Yeah, and just overnight being like, hey, those are gone now. You can't have those.
Yeah, I don't think it's happened yet, but they've talked about it, which would be just wild.
That would just, it's almost the equivalent of being like, hey, rednecks, you can't buy Coors anymore. It's gone. What do you do now?
Yeti coolers are illegal, guys. Cold dead hands. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, everyone that has a lifted truck, we're taking it from you. What do? They lose their mind.
Well, they did. So something fun, kind of a current event. I mean, I know we try not to talk too much about current events.
Oh, the new law?
The new law we have here. We're in Florida, guys.
Yeah.
They statewide have added this new law about music in your car. And the way it's written is something like, if it can be heard from 15 feet.
25.
Is it 25?
Yeah.
Okay, but it just
still.
If it can be, they said like if a reasonable person can hear it clearly, like it's like, isn't that kind of subjective?
Yeah.
Like there's no like decibel.
Yeah. There's
anything. It's just, yeah, I mean, I could hear your music, so here's a ticket.
Yeah. Yeah. There should be some sort of like, and that's probably going to end up going to court with like, if they don't have like a decibel meter or something, and like in the law, I mean, I haven't read the actual law, but in the way that they're giving it to the citizens of the state, they're just like, if they could hear it, which means like, what if my windows are rolled up? What if I'm minding my own damn business, listening to shit, but I'm just bumping it, and then I just get a knock on my window, and a cop's just like, hey, here's a $170 ticket for you doing your own thing.
Yeah, on your property.
For you vibing. Yeah.
You're in public inside of your property.
Yeah.
And you can't do that.
Yeah.
And I think part of the reason is because like there are people that will like put speakers on the outside of their trucks.
Because that's cool now, apparently.
Which is ridiculous.
I remember hearing that where like someone had like tweeters installed in like the grill, and it's just
that's not cool.
Yeah, that's the like the small dick of like car sound system culture. Because normally it's like subs, and I'm like, cool, that's at least kind of cool. But when it's just like, yo, I want to hear like the top end of these hi-hats real loud.
I want everybody to just hear that.
Yeah.
It's like it's that one's uncool. I get
it's super dumb.
I thought that train horns were obnoxious.
Yeah. I think it's low-key a racist law. Because you know it's just gonna be people being mad at people playing hip-hop super loud.
Which is the best way to listen to hip-hop.
Yeah, debatably. Like, if someone rolls down the street and they're listening to like Skinner on full blast, like, can you turn that down enough? But some dude rolls up listening to like Kodak or something, and it's just ripping. I can just feel him coming down the expressway.
I love that shit. I encourage loud bass. You know what I really like, and it's kind of dumb, but like when the bass is so heavy that like on the outside you just hear all the car parts rattling, like the plates just smack in the trunk and shit. Yeah. I fucking love that. It's just so funny to me.
It's almost you hear that before like you realize like, oh, some dudes with some like 218s in his trunk is coming up real quick.
I love that shit. God, it's so good.
It's really nice. I wish I could install one in my car, but I already have not enough trunk space as it is, and to get rid of half of it with subwoofers.
I was thinking about
not ideal.
I was thinking about doing it with my car.
Your Prius.
Yeah. I think there's something hilarious about a Prius with like a badass sound system.
Dude,
it's like cooler than it being fast.
Yeah. Yeah. If you had a sleeper, both fast as fuck and bass boosted Prius.
Dude, oh my God, that'd be the coolest. And it's so incognito. Like, yeah. No stickers or anything.
Yeah. It's like when people have those like stealth computer rigs where it's like a shit like 93 HP tower, but it's just souped up on the inside.
I've been wanting to do that. I really love that concept.
It's that, but it's your car.
Dude. Even though I think it went the other way. I think you went into the cars way earlier.
Yeah. But anyways, we were talking about having to fill in at this job.
Oh, yeah.
And it kind of made me think of not only like the time that I spent doing that job previously, but also just my other work experiences. And not that that job was bad by any means, but there's always like lame things in every work environment. And like for the vape job, it's like it's super, super chill. Like it's probably one of the most chill like retail jobs you will ever do, because you're kind of just, you literally just smoke all day and just nick out, and you're like, but it's mostly just like the people that you deal with can be a lot sometimes.
Yeah, well, because the problem is that since you're a nicotine peddler, people either come in because they need nicotine because they're out of nicotine, or they're coming in because like they have an issue with their device and they don't know how to fix it and they really need nicotine and they're upset.
Yeah, or they have a medical issue and they're like, I need to stop smoking now. This better work. And you're like, I hope so.
This probably isn't that much better.
Yeah, it's
get some gum.
Yeah, start sucking on leaves or something. But I was thinking of like these weird experiences that I had in that job and previous jobs, and I was thinking about sharing some stories, and we can share some stories together.
Okay.
You probably know about the crazy homeless guy that threatened to kill all of us at our store.
That's awesome. That's just cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that was interesting, and it also shows the amazing police department of Jacksonville and how responsive they are. So I guess to preface, this was my first day back after a long vacation, and I was like super not happy, just like, yeah, man, I'm back. I'm like all refreshed. Let me go to work. I get in, and my boss at the time, Ryan, good old RKP. He's never been called that, and I'm not going to dox his full name. But I show up, and he's like, hey, there's been this crazy guy at the Dunkin' next door, because we were attached to like a Dunkin'. And he's just been crazy all day. So just keep an eye out. And there's just a dude like pacing in the parking lot, just like being weird as fuck. Like going up to people's cars and just like looking in and like putting his head onto like people's windows, trying to like look in their cars and shit. And we're like, hey, that's not good. And we have customers coming in, and they're like, what the fuck is going on outside? And super weird and shit. So he like is starting to freak out and stuff. He goes into the Dunkin' and just like throws a fit and just starts like destroying the inside of the Dunkin'. Like just throwing displays, grabbing shit off the counter, and like they have to just shut the inside of that Dunkin' down for the rest of the day because he fucked it up so much. They call the cops. Cops come, and they just tell the guy to leave. They're just like, hey, you need to leave. Like no restraining order. No, like, hey, you can't come back here or we'll arrest you. They're just like, hey, get out of here, you rapscallion. And so he's now still crazy and just like in our parking lot. And he starts like messing with people that are like trying to come into our store. So now anytime like someone comes up to the door, we like let them in, and then we just lock it behind him. We're like, hey, this dude's like kind of crazy outside. We just don't want him coming in here. And then he just starts knocking on the door. He's like, I need to come in and use your phone. We're like, no, you're not. You're not using our phone. And he just starts like punching the door and shit. And like he would like
glass door.
Yeah, a glass door. Like it's a lot of glass around the whole store.
Like most retail places.
Yeah. And he's just like banging on it and stuff. So then he leaves, and we're like, all right, cool. He's gone. We leave the door unlocked for a little bit. And then like an elderly couple comes in, and I'm like trying to help them out and stuff. They're just like, oh, we need CBD. I'm like, I got you. Dude comes back and like starts to come to the door, and Ryan runs over and just pulls the door shut. And he's like, nah, dude, nope, you're not getting in here. And then he's just like, fuck you, you piece of shit. I'll fucking kill all of you. I'm going to come back and I'm going to kill everybody in this room. And then he's like trying to pull the door open. And he like barely gets it open to get his arm in there. And then Ryan just starts slamming the door on his arm. Just like, get the fuck out of here, man. He's like, you fucking piece of shit. You're going to break my arm. He's like, get your arm out and I'm not going to break it. So then he like locks the door on him. The dude's like throwing stuff at the window. He's like getting rocks and like throwing it. And like we called the cops like the first time he said that he was going to kill everybody in here, because we're like, I don't know what's going on with this dude.
Those are fighting words.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Yeah, you can't say you're going to kill me, because then I have the right to kill you back.
Yeah. Yeah, this is Florida.
Yeah, so it takes the cops like 25, 30 minutes to show up. And they're like, hey, we told you to leave. You need to get out of here. So then he just walks down the street, like leaves. And the cops are like, if he comes back, just like let us know and we'll tell him to leave again. We're like, can you like put an order that like if he comes back here you'll arrest him? And they're like, oh, we'll see what we can do. I'm like, well, he was just here literally an hour ago and fucked up that whole store. You guys didn't do anything, you just did the same thing. They're like, well, there's bad homeless people in this area, all right. So there's like a homeless camp down behind that library, and we're assuming he just goes over there. So he's gone for about an hour, and then Ryan leaves, so it's just me and our coworker Alex, who's nice lady, but she's very timid, and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to deal with this now. I see him walking down the street again. I'm like, hey Alex, go lock the door real quick, because you're here now and I don't want anything happening to you. He comes over, and there's like a furniture store next to it and that fence. He could have walked around the fence, could have gone over the fence. He starts digging into the ground to go under the fence.
Let's see a dog?
Dude, it was crazy. So crazy. And like we had some customers and stuff, and like one dude has like a concealed carry. He's like, you want me to like hang out here for a little bit, make sure this guy doesn't do anything? And I'm like, yes. Please do that. Crawls under the gate, starts just grabbing rocks and garbage, and is just hucking them at the store. Craziest thing, the loudest one and the one he did the most damage with, he found a like Chick-fil-A sauce packet and just beamed it at the window and it just exploded. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, dude. Like, why today? Why today is this happening? Call the cops again. I'm like, hey, this is like the third call you've gotten about this guy from like this business park. Like, you need to come get this guy, like deal with it. They're like, well, we don't have any officers in the area, so it's gonna be a while. Officers show up an hour later. An hour. It took them an hour to get there, and they're just like, well, where is he? I'm like, are you fucking shitting me? Like, he left. Like, you, and he's like, does it look like this guy? Or like, and he gave a description. I'm like, yep, that's him. He's like, yeah, we've got a lot of calls about this guy today, and we just can't find him. I'm like, the fuck are you talking about? He's always here.
We can't find him.
Yeah, I'm like, you guys fucking suck. This is your job. Your job is to find this guy, and he's only been like within these 2 blocks all day,
dude.
So I'm fucking pissed, and like he's like walked down that way, and like at this point I also called Ryan. I'm like, hey, that dude came back here, because Ryan was like, just call me if it happens. I'll come back and I'll deal with it. So he starts driving. I'm like, well, he left, and he's like going down the street, and Ryan finds him in a neighborhood like just down the road, like around the corner. And he's like, hey, call the cops again. I'm going to tell them like what street he's going down. I'm just going to follow him. He's in this neighborhood throwing trash cans right now. So I call the cops. I'm like, hey, this is like the 3rd time I've called you guys about this guy. And the cops that just came here and just left said they couldn't find him. We found him. He's on this street. Go get him. And they're like, okay, we'll put a thing out. Never got him. He came back later. But he just kept like walking down the street, just like pacing and shit. Cut to the end of the night. I'm just like so paranoid, and I'm like, fucking, I got like a knife on me, and I'm like, all right, Alex, I'm gonna walk to your car. We're gonna run, because I don't want this guy dealing. I don't want to deal with this. I just want to go home. I go home and I check like the police calls for the day and stuff. Just within the half mile around our store, there were like, I think 17 calls for like a mentally ill person. And I'm pretty sure it was all that guy, because most of them were us, the Dunkin' next door, and like that Winn-Dixie down there. It was like 5 different businesses there. So he was just fucking shit up.
Just terrorizing just the little neighborhood.
Yeah, and the cops were like, can't find him. Don't know where he went.
Uh-oh. No idea.
No idea. Sorry, can't help you.
Dude, can you imagine coming home with like just your trash just
thrown everywhere, and you're like, what the fuck is this? There's no raccoons out during the day.
Yeah, like nothing's like torn open and destroyed. It's just everybody's just bags, just
bags
everywhere.
Just a whole
and it's the whole street.
Yeah, just a whole like cul-de-sac of people's shit, just all fucked up.
And the worst part is that like nobody's gonna jump to like, oh, it's like that guy that's, you know, because they don't know about the guy. They're gonna be like, oh, it's fucking teenagers.
Yeah. Fucking Reggie's on the loose again.
Reggie. What a great teenager name.
Yeah. You got any interesting stories? I got more, but I'll let you share with the class.
Nothing quite like that. Like my only like one of my like weirdest / worst but ended up being okay experiences, like 10 years ago, I was working at Best Buy, and I worked in like the computer department.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just helped this old lady, and you know, just a normal, I sold her a laptop, and you know, they have like sales goals and stuff there, and I just never gave a shit about that. I would like just ask people like what they were doing, and I'm like, you don't need anything better than this. Just save yourself hundreds of dollars.
Yeah,
just get this cheap laptop, and you can just, you know, look at Gmail, because that's what you do, is just refresh your Gmail all day.
Yeah, you don't need this like $1,300 computer
to look at pictures of your grandkids.
Yeah, here's a $200 Lenovo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was like, this is what you need. This is fine. This will do you good for years, probably.
Yeah,
for Facebook. And so, you know, I helped this lady, and she goes to my manager to like commend me.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, this young man, he helped me. He was so great. Like, I just want to let you know, like, wow, he's awesome, blah, blah, blah. And he goes like, oh, which one was it? And she says, oh, it was the one with the sloppy beard. So instead of being like, my manager being like, yo, good shit with that customer, he goes like, hey man, you gotta do something with your beard. And I was like, well, no, I don't want to. And he's like, you gotta tomorrow, like, you gotta come in with your beard fit. You gotta shave. So in an act of protest, I shaved off all the sides, and then I just did like a stripe up my beard. So I just had like a big handlebar that's about this length. And I looked like a Lorax. It was so bad, but it was just like my little protest. And I came in, and luckily everybody thought it was hilarious, and I got away with it. And later that week, I started at our sister company,
and they banned the handlebar mustaches because of
it is in the employee handbook. You can no longer have handlebar mustaches because they were clowning on me so hard. Because I had interviewed and I had a full beard.
Yeah.
And then they hired me, and I came in for work with that fucking mustache, which I didn't have the foresight to think about the new job.
Yeah.
But it was a small like startup at the time.
Yeah.
And everybody was on board with it, and it ended up going well, except for the handbook thing.
Yeah, it's permanently in the handbook. So whenever new people got hired, Daniel maybe even saw that where they're like, no handlebar mustaches, and then you're like, why not? Why literally?
It's so
just
specific.
That? Yeah, and they're like, we have one person.
Why not, brother?
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah.
It was not cool.
Speaking of vapes, what's that pull cue that you're sucking on?
All right. So if you're a podcast listener, first of all, I just want to say straight up, not an ad. Not an ad. This is so not an ad right now. And I'm not like saying that as like a joke. I mean, seriously, I would never read an ad for this company. This is one of those fumes, fume. I'm gonna say fume. Fum. It's got a little bop.
Yeah.
So
it's got a Hanson on it.
Yeah.
Bop.
Then bop. So it's a stick of wood that they shaped like a fucking bishop.
That's it.
And it's got a hole that goes all the way through it. And then there's these little cotton pads that they soak with essential oils. And you puff on it. So here's where I will give them credit. It does solve the thing with like the oral fixation. Like, I feel like that's a huge part of vaping or smoking, is like you want to like suck on something and it tastes good and stuff. Now here's where they missed. All these taste like butt. I got the fully ass loaded everything. I have every flavor, and they all stink, dude. They fucking all stink. They're fucking embarrassing, dude. They're like, they all taste how a head shop smells. Every single one of them. They're all like, so they're like, oh, we have this mixture of specific like essential oils that help curb your cravings and stuff like that. And like the key one that they have in every single flavor is black pepper oil. And like, I'm not that kind of white guy. I don't need to suck on black pepper oil all day. It's not good. It's like you just walk around smelling like a hippie all the time.
Yeah, like it stinks like patchouli in our office, and like nothing comes out of it. You're just sucking on it, and it's literally just soaked fucking like cotton balls. Yeah,
cotton.
Yeah. And you paid, how much was that?
Dude, this thing is like $70.
Chris, there's sticks outside. Just like get a Dremel and just put a hole in one.
Yeah, I have all the tools available to me to make this, but I wanted to try it. Luckily, I didn't pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
The company paid for it, our sister company, because I saw it and I was like, hey, maybe this will be a decent a decent thing to bring in, because like ultimately, like they are a vape company, but like their whole like thing is like helping people stop.
Yeah.
Like
ultimately we want you to just quit smoking, period.
Yeah. So I was like, well, this is a good potential thing. we got it, and like we were just memeing on it the whole time. It stinks. Like I have been vaping less. I will give him credit because I could just like suck on this, but I am so tired. Like, thank goodness we have a background in developing flavors that you inhale.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna make this thing great.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, maybe I'll just go at him and sell oils
Yeah.
for it. Or
Yeah, 'cause
or come to him with an offer.
That's the thing is like they have like replacement ones that are like pre-whatevered, and then they have just like the cotton or whatever.
No oils though.
Yeah, no standalone oils. You're like, just do it yourself. I'm like, fuck it, we'll just make it better.
Yeah, we'll probably tinker with that because this fucking sucks. This is embarrassing.
You hear that foom?
Dude, even the plain mint, it's just like mint or menthol.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, even that one has like the black pepper shit in it. I couldn't believe it. I was beside myself. Like, this is supposed to be chocolate mint.
It stinks.
It stinks, dude.
It's like Chris is sucking on like cardamom in here.
It's fucking weird, guys. Like, they should be a little embarrassed. I commend them for doing something different and being innovative and thinking outside the box.
But it is snake oil.
But yeah, like, next time, guys, I'm going to just put this offer out there. Hit me up. I'll make this so much better for you.
Yeah.
I'll give you a great deal. Great deal.
You hear that? He said it twice.
I make deals. I'm a dealer.
He's a dealman.
Deal guy. Big deal guy. Let's do deals. Because this is so fucking embarrassing. Sorry, one last thing about it. You can buy just the piece of wood. How much do you think just the piece of wood is? Like, it was $70 because I bought every flavor.
Just the wood?
Just the piece of wood.
50.
Dude, you're close. It's like almost $40 for just the fucking wood. And it's like, it's not like it's exotic wood. It's because it's supposed to be sustainable. So it's just like generic ass, like birch.
Particle board.
Yeah. It's just wood.
Yeah.
It's whatever was on the ground that day, I guess.
Yeah.
I think the mouthpiece is a little bigger than it should have been. The overall size of the device, I think, is fine. But you gotta like really like,
you gotta get
you
up
gotta
in there.
get it in there. And the wood like dries my lips out real bad.
Yeah.
Like, they should have like sealed it or something. I don't know. I guess maybe there's issues with sealing something you put in your mouth. But like pipes, like,
Yeah.
it must have. Maybe they don't care because
Make plastic ones. They're cheaper.
Yeah, plastic would be better, but that's not sustainable, Jared.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe I'll. Yeah, I was thinking about printing one. Like, there's problems with 3D printing things that you use in your, like, with your mouth, because like the ridges are bacteria heaven.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I might tinker with that, but yeah, the fume is fucking stupid. It's fucking dumb.
Man. How does it just feel to be one of those guys? You're one of those guys now.
Dude, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm gonna call myself out right now. I'm gonna pre-cancel me.
Okay.
I got into vaping really early. Like,
Yeah.
Like, you know, most people start smoking when they turn 18. I quit smoking and started vaping when I turned 18.
Yeah.
It was a long, long time ago. And like, back then nobody knew what it was. It was so new. And like, it was like
You had to
a
go
nerd
to
thing.
forums and like learn about
Yeah,
that shit.
it was real dorky back then. And like, the thing was, like, since nobody knew about it, is you could vape anywhere. And I'd like vape in movie theaters and restaurants and like all kinds of shit. I
Like
was a
that
fucking
ad.
asshole. Yeah. Yeah, like that weird ad from the last episode.
Yeah.
And that, dude, I was such a douche nozzle. Just what a,
With your sig-alike.
yeah, with a little stinker idiot. And I regret that. I've grown, kinda.
Kinda.
Now I'm just stealthy about
Yeah,
it.
sometimes I do be hitting some ghosts in like the airport.
Yeah, which I think that should be allowed. If you're not exhaling anything, you just, and then you just suffer.
Yeah. Just because I need to buzz before I pre-board.
Yeah, dude, that's the shout out all the nicotine addicts out there suffering on flights.
Yeah, we feel you.
Lots of us. There's millions of us.
Yeah.
Oh.
I had another weird work story
Okay.
for you. It's not vape related. This was when I was working at a Urban Outfitters in Delray Beach. So Delray Beach, I don't know what it is about it. It's probably just a South Florida thing, but there's a lot of Eastern European tourists that come around. I don't know if it's like vacationing, summer homes, something like that. But I would work upstairs in the men's department, and the way that the layout of this place was, the changing rooms were upstairs, like with the men's stuff. So if you're working men's, you're also like monitoring like theft prevention stuff at the same time. And a lot of times, because it's richer people that live in South Florida, they kind of just boss you around and tell you to like go find things for them while they stand there. And you're like, all right, sure, whatever. I'm getting paid $9 an hour. I need this money. But Eastern European girl comes in. She's probably like 30, 32, maybe. She goes in. She just wants to try on a bunch of stuff. She brings me like so much shit. And beforehand, you have to like, they give it to you. You assign them the room and you like set their stuff up in the room for them. So you're like, here's this, blah, blah, blah. Everything's out from earlier. There's no tags left anywhere. No one stole anything. We're good. So she's like trying stuff on for a while. And then she just walks out topless. Complete, just like zongas on the loose.
Hey, Europe.
Yeah. And my initial thought is, oh my God, there's children in here right now. How do I address this? And she's just standing there, just tits out. And also I'm trying to be polite and be like, I'm not going to look, but I'm going to be staring the entire time I'm going to be addressing this. And I was just like, excuse me, ma'am, can you please go back in the changing room and like put a shirt on? And she like barely spoke English. And I'm just like, just grab the curtain, just do something. And she just like didn't understand what I was saying. And she just kept handing me, she's like, any other size? I'm like, okay. So I just ran and just ran downstairs and went and got my manager. I'm like, I'm gonna let you know right now, I'm getting someone clothing because their tits are out in the store right now. And they're just like, what? Like, yeah, there's just tits out upstairs, and she doesn't understand that you just can't do that right now. So if you want to deal with that, you can, but I'm getting her another size bra real quick.
I bet you're able to run really fast though, because like your boner is like an aerial cone, like breaking the wind resistance.
Yeah, you see it's like when people do like the car things, and you see the air trail just going past me. That's how fast I was going, to be like, let me get out of this situation so I don't have to deal with it anymore.
Your manager's drafted behind you, getting in the air pocket.
Blood rushing to the front.
Yeah, I'm front heavy. So that was another crazy thing. The rest is just like any other job experiences were just like shit.
Yeah, there's always jerks.
Yeah.
One time I worked, one it's a real short one, but I worked in fast food when I was like a teenager, and I worked breakfast one day. It was like my first time working breakfast, probably my third week working there. And I was taking orders at the register, and this old man walks up, and I'm like, hey, what can I get you? And he goes, what do you mean? I get the same thing every time. Or like, are you like, you should know what I get. And I was like, dude, this is my first time. And he goes, are you dense? And he was so mad. I guess it's some like 8,000-year-old dude that's been coming to that Hardee's every morning for breakfast.
It's like, dude, fucking just tell me what it is.
Dude, I'm like literally a fucking dumb kid, and you don't recognize me?
Yeah.
So maybe I haven't met you.
Yeah. Do you know what I get at Hardee's? Why not? Are you dense?
He called me dense.
That's a rare
insult. Yeah. It was fucking very weird. Yeah, that was weird. fuck working breakfast anywhere.
Yeah, fuck working.
Nobody's happy in the morning.
Yeah. Working breakfast and just in food in general, you get like a weird like camaraderie and also respect for people that work in fast food or restaurants, because you're like, this fucking sucks. This is the worst. Debatably worse than like anything. And like there's people who are like, oh, I love my serving job. Do you really
I'm sure some people do.
I mean, if you work at a nice enough place, maybe.
Because like you can make pretty fucking good money doing that, can't you?
I mean, on top of your $2.17 an hour, you're probably making about the same as a minimum wage job.
I've heard bartending's pretty fire.
Bartending would be cool. I've always danced around the idea of being like, you know what? I'm gonna like go get certified, and like I want to work at like a cool bar, but like working at like a regular ass dive bar, I don't know if I could do it.
I want to get certified just to have the cert.
Yeah.
just because I can't.
Yeah, because that'd be cool, and to like actually know what I'm doing, because I
Yeah.
like cocktail making and stuff. But it's just like,
Be a cool skill set to just have.
yeah, just like, hey,
I'm
I
literally a professional at this.
yeah, I can do it whenever, sure. And then you can be like one of those like private bartender people, and like
Oh,
get
that'd be a
hired
good
for
hustle.
Wendings.
Wendings?
Yeah, weddings.
I love going to Wendings.
Yeah, like Scott.
Yeah.
Scott does that shit,
Yeah. hmm
and he'll take photos. He's like a double whammy,
He's a double threat.
and then he'll, I don't know, do something else.
Yeah, he's a very multifaceted man.
Yeah,
He's got lots of skills.
yeah. You guys will hear more about Scott later, but that's the end of Scott for right now. You have this thing written
Hard transition.
on my notes, and I haven't seen this, but you prefaced it as this just says best interview ever.
Yeah, so it's kind of old now. It's a Barstool interview with Kodak Black,
Uh-huh.
and it was memed pretty hard. Like, but it's just been in my head all weekend because of a few things that he says.
Mhm.
So just a little minor setup. Did you know that Donald Trump pardoned Lil Wayne and Kodak Black?
Yes.
Okay.
I remember that happening, and like Reddit and 4chan lost their collective shit when that happened. They're like, based as fuck. Trump's the shit. He pardoned Kodak.
So that's one of the big topics they talk about, and I guess Kodak and Trump are like buds now.
All right.
So that's all you need to know. Now you need to see this interview because it is incredible. Every single moment of it
Okay.
is unforgettable.
I know this dude. I don't know if I've seen this interview. Let me get this.
Even
pulled
if you've
up.
seen parts of it, you probably haven't seen the whole thing because you would remember.
Yeah.
Black. My name Kodak Black, but when you see me, I'm white.
So
That's the cold open.
yeah. To preface, that's all Chris said when he's like, this interview is like, my name Kodak Black, I'm white. And I was like, all right, I gotta see it now.
And how come?
Kodak Black, but when I might fuck your white.
He's just spitting, dude.
I've been living for the moment.
Dude, he gives the best interviews.
Yeah.
I bring the biggest gun to the knife fight.
Just eating
Run
soup.
a lot of money and I smoke a lot of spice. But when you see me, I'm white.
Do they have the lava hooked up to his chain or just taped to his chest?
I think it's just taped to his chest. Oh no, I think it is on his chain.
Unfortunately, that's a hit.
Yeah, fact.
Do you ever feel
My
like
name Kodak Black, but when you see me, I'm white.
Dude, Kodak Black is the best. This isn't even the craziest part yet.
We're 40 seconds in.
This is not the craziest first 40 seconds of an interview you've ever seen.
It feels like I've been watching it for the 5 minutes already.
welcome to the club? I saw a thing online that said that Donald Trump pardoned you from jail and you got out because
Live for
Donald
the
Trump
moment.
did it. Is that true?
It was the other way around. I did that for him.
What?
Nah, my boy. This shit, you know, so he be down here. Palm Beach.
You, him, and Melania turned up.
You feel me? That's my Gemini twin.
This is my Gemini twin. Donald Trump's his Gemini twin, dude.
Man,
It's
Donald
his
Trump's
uncle.
not going, because Kodak got things from Pompano Beach. Fucking Trump's not going to Pompano. Pompano's not that great.
Cool. That's super gremlin.
He's a super good.
Super
He said
gremlin.
Donald Trump's a super gremlin.
Fucking hell yeah.
Full body vulture. I'm seeing I'm vulture who able to stand up and walk.
He can stand up and walk.
I'm Trump that. I'm like far gone with this shit. I'm like balls to the floor.
Left balls.
Balls to the floor.
Like balls to the ground.
Oh my.
I'm like balls deep.
Is he eating ice cream?
Yeah. It was a huge spatula.
Yeah.
Kodak Black, if anyone knows, it's Glenny Balls. So we reached out to President Trump and we said, we're going to be with Kodak
This is like
Black.
Vic Burger videos, but you don't really need to edit them.
You want to read this out loud?
There's a letter from Donald Trump.
Okay.
Just read that so that people can hear it.
We'd light up right quick. Oh my god. It's too much.
Like, what's up, Snipe? That boy. Made up. I appreciate you. Certified killer. You know how I go. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with you. Pull up to the house. And how about golfing? Saturday? That's real now. Yeah.
You like to golf?
Yeah, we be golfing and shit.
I can't handle it.
Question for Kodak Black. He's given us a lot of his time.
You ever think about like how bridges or tunnels are made? You know how that works?
The same way they make roads.
Paving? Yeah.
Like dirt paths and all that stuff. And back then in the 1960s, there used to be just a lot of dirt.
Okay.
And then people used to travel by horses and camels.
In the 60s?
And then
We made the roads. Cars.
And then?
you figure out where you're going.
Oh my god.
Then they made the I-95. I want to see you dance.
Can you give me some music to dance to?
Name it Kodak Black.
You sweeter than a honey bun. I'm gonna call him honey bun. I'm looking for you. Caleb, where you from? I've been looking for you. Where you been? Where you been? Your turn.
You don't gotta tell me twice, dude.
Okay, then. I got you. If it's up, then it's up. If it's up, then it's up. Then it's up, then it's up. Then it's up, then it's up. And it's up, then it's up. And it's up.
How are these motherfuckers not just laughing at themselves this whole time?
Dude, they're fucking heroes for doing this.
It's only fair that you go next. Give him something. Give him something to dance to.
What do you want to do? What song?
Give him a piano man.
Piano
Give him a piano man.
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. The regular crowd shuffles in. Sit next to me.
I spoke too early about them not laughing. You know, I guess there's just a point where you just start making a lot of money and like you don't give a fuck about anything.
I want to be there.
Piano man.
Just doing this.
Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you got us feeling alright.
Holy shit. He's got Guns N' Roses tattooed on his back. I don't know if you just saw that.
I did not. Oh my god, he does. Dude, it's
amazing.
I can't believe it's real.
Can't believe we just watched all of it too.
Isn't it incredible?
Wow.
I just keep thinking about him calling Donald Trump a super gremlin, and then like them
he's a
playing
gremlin.
golf at Mar-a-Lago together.
Yeah. You know, we've been golfing all the time.
Dude.
Oh my god.
I every Kodak Black interview I've seen has been amazing. Like the one where he's what was it on like Breakfast Club or something where he's got the ski mask on.
Yeah.
They're asking about his girlfriend. Dude.
You think you could be monogamous at all?
Yeah.
Do you know what monogamous mean, Kodak?
No.
I know, exactly. That means can you be faithful to one woman?
One woman, all the way.
Forever,
Yeah, I
just
could.
you and her.
Listen, the other night I fell asleep on the phone with a girl. I ain't do that since like middle school.
So that's your girl.
What was you saying? What was you saying to her?
We were just chopping it up. Like,
So
You
for,
like her?
for the first night ever, you talked to only one girl.
yeah.
Is
For
that
like,
the one?
I hope so.
No.
Yeah.
Dude, Kodak is awesome. He gives the best interviews.
It's the best.
He's endlessly entertaining. That dude's so funny.
Yeah. Another hard turn.
Hard.
I was playing games this weekend. So I be gaming. I be playing them.
That's cool.
That's it. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That's
Show's over.
good bit.
Roll the credits. I I bought
Wow.
yeah, professionalism here. I bought Baldur's Gate 3.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you for your condolences. The game's good. It's fun because I'm a big fucking D&D nerd. But god damn it, it's been in early access for 2 years, and the shit breaks like a motherfucker, and you're locked in. It's like once you do the shit, you're like, oh sorry, can't do anymore. Like the amount of times this game has crashed. Like I bought it on Friday, and I played it till yesterday. I think in total, for the like 12 hours I maybe put into it, it probably crashed like 20 or 30 times.
That's awful.
Yeah.
That's pathetic.
It's so lame. And it has a tendency to crash every time. So like you've played D&D, you understand the concept of like short and long rests. So at any point in the game, you can take 2 short rests and regain some of your HP back. Standard, whatever. But to get all your like spell slots back, you have to take a long rest. And that requires you like setting up a camp, and there's like usually some cinematics and stuff at camp. There's some like dream sequences and stuff. But I've learned if you do anything besides using the camping pack to set up camp, like if you use like the game incentivizes you to, you can find like food and rope and like water and wine and stuff, and you can use those as camping supplies. If you use those, when you wake up, the game just shuts down. It just crashes.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, super cool. So my inventory is full of all this fucking bullshit. And if you want to buy those camping packs, they're hella expensive. So I'm like bringing my characters to the brink of death every time, just so I can be like, fuck, I need to save like 300 times before I even think about going to camp. Save when I get to camp. Save when I wake up if it does work, so I have separate files to like revert back to. It's fucking lame. But I do like me some D&D. I got a soft spot for it, so I had to buy it.
But damn.
Yeah.
Because like, how long is it? It's still early access, right?
2 years of early access.
And it's still a piece of shit.
It still breaks.
It's
all
like
the time.
Star Citizen.
Yeah. Like if you go, I'm pretty sure if you go to Steam, let me see if I can go to the page.
Steam powered.
Baldur's Gate 3 Steam forum. I also forgot to turn my Google into light mode. Technical and gameplay problems.
Oh my god.
4,000.
Almost 5.
Yeah. Just as much as the suggestions and feedback for this early access game. Just on this page, did they ever fix the spiders? 2 years later, they gave us a bard. Fucking grouping is bugged. Fucking crash on save. I just want to play this. Why add new classes when it's still Act 1? Where is Act 2?
That's brutal.
Yeah. Technical and gameplay. Glitching, game crashing, party members disappear, swapping characters makes my game crash, patch 8 doesn't install, this amulet doesn't work, fucking long awkward pauses. Yeah, a lot of the cinematics are bugged too, and stuff that they haven't finished, it'll just have the text of what should be said, and then the like transition just says cinematic pending, and it's just a black screen.
Dude, what the fuck?
It's so stupid.
And it's, how much is this early access game?
Full price, AAA price.
$60?
$60.
$60 for early access.
Yeah.
And dude, fuck them. I'm just not gonna buy the game out of principle.
Yeah. And like, even when, so they've, the same developers, it's like Larian Studios or something, they've done the Divinity games, which are basically D&D, but like not quite. Different lore. And there isn't like a random dice mechanic like in Baldur's Gate. Like if you're doing like skill checks and stuff, like, hey, I want to like, instead of it being based on like a skill slider thing where it just kind of factors it in, it'll be like, oh, what's your like fucking your deception skill? And then it'll give you a dialogue option. You choose what you want to do, and then you can like roll to see if like your thing worked or not. It's kind of like any other like RPG where you can like base it off like your traits and stuff. But yeah, like fucking D&D shit is cool, but like, god damn it, it's so infuriating.
It's embarrassing,
but like it's really cool because you can play multiplayer with people. This was the reason why I got it. Is me, Gavin, and Alex started a campaign for it. So I have that campaign that I'm doing, and I have my like solo one. And at any point in the multiplayer campaign, you can just leave and do your own thing, like whenever you want. You never have to be doing the same thing at the same time with everyone. You can just go off, do solo shit, meet up whenever you feel like it. But
Interesting.
it's not advisable, just like normal D&D. Don't split up because you're gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
But you can just be like, hey, I'm gonna go do this story thing while like these other two party members are gonna go that way, which is pretty cool. So you can kind of hop in and do whatever you want whenever you want. But
That
doesn't help when it just fucking breaks all the time.
Yeah, it's hard to play a game when you can't play the game.
Yeah. When you spend more time just like stopping the game, sending crash reports, opening it back up again, changing like the driver. Like I have to use like DirectX 11 because their like Vulkan one just like fucks up way more. Everyone's like, just don't use Vulkan. Just use DirectX. It's going to be a lot more reliable.
You said DirectX 11?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
On a new game.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's 2 years old.
Still, that DirectX 12 is older than that.
Yeah, true. But yeah, they have like this experimental one, like their proprietary thing, Vulkan, and it fucks up way more than DirectX 11. So literally everyone in the forum is like, don't ever use Vulkan. Like, don't even try. Go to the other fucking thing.
That's fucking embarrassing, dude.
Yeah.
That's just sad.
Super lame. But what's not super lame is me about to sneeze.
Oh, let's see it. Come on.
Nope, I rejected it.
Come on.
It's gonna come back later.
Give us the sneeze.
It'll come back later.
Okay.
Speaking of D&D shit, I've been... So I bought property recently because it's a great time to do that.
This is the best time
This
ever.
is the best time to buy a home.
in history.
So I'm crying. But the funny thing, and I've detailed this frequently to you, a lot of my kitchen, dining room / living room setup is solely dependent on what gaming table I'm putting in for my kitchen table. I've been doing measurements. I've been getting I 3D mapped out the space that I can fit that table in to optimize my space. And it's just hilarious that I'm not worried about anything else in that house besides like, how am I going to get this new D&D table in my kitchen and have room for 6 people?
I like my idea that I gave you for the IKEA hack.
Yeah. So the IKEA hack is cool, but the only issue is those tables are very thin. Thin as in width?
Like depth?
Yeah, depth.
You get just 2 of them.
Then it's a little too wide.
Nah.
'Cause,
Oh,
like-
4 feet wide? It's pretty fucking wide.
It's a
for
wide table. Yeah. That's like
Yeah, because it's
debatably
about,
almost as like most of this.
it's roughly the same. Those are roughly the same depth as this table.
Yeah.
Roughly.
Yeah. So like my optimum measurement, and I'm looking for stuff where I can like put a leaf in or like take a leaf out because that'd be nice to just condense it and then just expand it whenever I do shit.
Ooh.
But I'm thinking like 71 inches long. And then for the depth, about what's a good one is like between like 35 and 40 inches.
All right, here's an outside the box idea. I know you love these.
Mm-hmm.
Buy an old shitty pool table and rip out the surface and then turn the pockets into cup holders.
See, that would be cool, but then I gotta bring a pool table up 3 flights of stairs.
No, just pay somebody to do that.
Here's the other thing. What made the hey, do an IKEA thing like kind of a cool idea? We were talking about storage dinner tables and how cool that would be, where it's like just install some drawers underneath your dinner table.
Because that's fire.
That's
Who has
fire.
that?
You can just pull out, just like, oh, I got napkins. I got an extra set of silverware. I got candles,
Gravy boats.
gravy boats, all kinds of weird accoutrement that you wouldn't normally use. But I'm thinking about like, what if I had that? Not only do I have storage, but I install like drawer not casters, but like the tracking. You install tracking underneath, so it's extendable things to
that's
like
fire.
put your shit on.
That's fire. I like that.
Yeah, just like a little, I don't know, like 8.5 by 10 thing, like just a little drawer, like all just enough to like fit a laptop on or something. Like
That's a little small for a lap.
I feel like that's enough surface area to be like,
You
I'm
could
not
probably
gonna
balance
fuck it
it,
up.
yeah.
I'll get the electronics off the table type thing. But the other thing that I've really been trying to factor in that is just like so not in my budget right now is I want to get a digital map, i.e. a fucking
Put a TV in it.
Yeah, so there's two things. You can either build the TV into the table, which that requires a lot more woodworking than I have or have access to right now, or the skill set for. But there are companies that make digital map cases. So it's just a TV in like a clear plexiglass like briefcase thing. It's got like a wooden trim on the back, and you can just put it on top of the table.
Okay.
And like they're not even that big. It's like that much off the ground or whatever, just because you have to fit all the TV components in it. But like the people that make those, they sell them for like $600, and that doesn't include a TV in it.
That's rough.
Yeah.
What if you? Never mind. I was gonna say do a projector, but projectors are really expensive.
Yeah, and the thing
Especially
about
a short throw like that.
Yeah,
'cause you need a short throw.
It's short throw. There's a big light fixture in my.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to have both.
Yeah, I would have to take that out, and that thing's fucking huge. It's like that big.
But a projector would be cool. Have you seen? Sorry, this is a hard segue.
Go for it.
But there's this company I can't remember the name of, but basically what they did is they made this table that's made out of this weird reflective material that's like it's kind of like what they use like on stop signs where the light always bounces directly back to where it came from. So they have a projector over it, and you get these glasses, and the glasses are tracked by like another sensor. So it makes 3-dimensional shit, but it renders it for everybody from their perspective. Like it uses like special weird light bouncy shit. So you like, I think that means you can have like, you can see different things, but also like it like if we're on opposite sides of the table, we can both have glasses and it still looks good for both of us.
It's like digital Pepper's Ghost.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know about Pepper's Ghost?
No.
It's if you've ever been to Disney, you've probably seen it 1,000 times.
I have been to Disney.
Pepper's Ghost is a visual phenomena where it involves like lights and mirrors. So it's like,
oh, is this how they do the haunted house ride?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like the ghosts and stuff are over here. There's a mirror that's like this, and light is like hitting it a certain way, and it's making the stuff appear over there. Which actually, let me pull up this new thing. So I'm a big nerd, and I watch just like Disney and theme park videos all the fucking time. And what is it? Hong Kong Disney Beauty and the Beast. So they have this new Beauty and the Beast ride, and it's like a $200 million ride. Like, it's crazy. Where's the fucking video I watched last night? But they have a crazy fucking Pepper's Ghost effect that they use for like a change thing, and it's actually really fucking sick. Here.
But hold on, I know what you're thinking. How on earth does that transformation work? It looks like the beast literally just disappears, and technically, that's correct. If Disney ever wants something to
But the crazy thing is there's also an animatronic there the whole time that they like lower in. Like that.
Whoa.
That's really fucking cool.
Whoa.
Which, from the guest perspective, gives the illusion that something is there when it isn't. To achieve the effect that they see in the beast, the glass pane is on a 45-degree angle which slopes downwards towards the guest. The beast is separate from the scene and is suspended horizontally out of the guest's line of sight. When the beast begins to transform, they dim the lights on the upper scene and transition that light to the lower scene, where the prince floats down to the ground. He's always there, it's just completely black. You can see that there is a dark void there from the very beginning.
Yo, that's
Also,
so
the
fucking
way that they
clever.
lower
Hell
the
yeah.
bridge down to the
Disney
floor,
engineers, like,
they just
this is such an old effect, and they're still using it in like a really cool modern sense.
Yeah, that's crazy. Where's this? Hong Kong?
Yeah, Hong Kong Disneyland. I just stopped myself halfway through and I'm like, don't be an idiot. Don't be an idiot, me.
That was
That was almost not a save.
is just bad. Jesus Christ.
Also, fucking low key, I was watching this last night and there's like this pre-show area. This animatronic was so fluid. Like Disney fucking nails it. Like so fluid and like expressive. I thought it was like the like scrim projection thing of like an animation. But like, so that's cool and everything. You're like, oh, that's an animatronic. But that one,
This one?
yeah. Like that almost, that does not look like an animatronic for how smooth that shit is.
I've heard that the Frozen ones are also really, really good.
I've heard mixed things, but then again, people like fucking hate Disney right now because they're like cheaping out. There's a lot of cheapening going on.
Is Avatar World as cool as it should be?
I don't know. Daniel-san, have you been to Avatar World?
I have.
How is it?
It's okay.
Okay, that's what I was
It's-
thinking.
So I've been on the 2 Avatar rides, the water ride, the ride of the Navi, which is just look pretty lights while there's just gibberish coming at you. Like,
Okay.
If you did not like It's a Small World, think that but Avatar.
Okay.
And at the very end, there's this like hippie lady, like blue, like playing bongos.
One of the Navi?
And I'm like, this is so trippy. I'm going to explode. The other one where like it's kind of like a coaster where like you sit on it like a motorcycle. That one's pretty fun.
Because that one's like Soren, right?
Yeah.
But they jack in through your butt.
Yeah.
Oh, through your USB ponytail?
Yeah.
Yeah, but and it like scans you and gives you like your avatar or whatever. That one's pretty fun. The water ride, the ride of the Navi, it's surreal.
Yeah.
Just kind of sitting here, just like.
Kind of looks like it would be that.
Why did I wait 45 minutes for this?
Yo, this is visually cool.
Like visually.
Yeah, that's the hippie. That's that one Navi.
Whoa,
lady.
she's huge.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Avatars are super tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
you don't
Navi.
really see much of them. It's more just like immersive in the world. Which again is a fun experience, especially if you buy the alcoholic drinks there.
Yeah.
They are heavy, or so I told, because I spent most of my time in line. But she just you can hear her throughout the ride, and she's just moaning and waving and shit, and I'm just like, I want whatever you're on.
Yo, that motion's really good though.
Yeah.
It's very fluid. It's enjoyable, especially if you're like a fan of the.
Yeah. But who really is though? Who's really a fan of Avatar?
Yeah, I prefer the prequel, Pocahontas.
Yeah.
When it came out, it was groundbreaking, and they're still making Avatar 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
Are there gonna be like 4 more?
Yeah, there's like a lot slated. But here's the thing: is I heard that James Cameron was waiting for the technology to be advanced enough to do what he wanted to do visually. But like, I'm not gonna. I had zero interest for Avatar 2 when they were like, "Oh, it's gonna come out." I'm like, "All right, whatever." But then I watched the trailer. I'm like,
the trailer was sick, dude.
I'm like, all right, it looks.
The water looks awesome, dude.
Yeah.
It was probably the right move to wait.
That was the funny thing too. Is like, I was having this discussion in the Discord one time, and we were just like, for a movie that has like so much advanced shit going on and was so groundbreaking, it has zero cultural relevancy.
Yeah.
And I was talking about it, and I'm like, can you name the main character from Avatar?
I
right
can't
now?
name any characters from Avatar.
It took me a second to remember that they were called the Navi.
Yeah.
And it's what the movie is centered around. It's probably because the story was so weak. It's just like, humans are bad for the environment. That's all I remember. And Sigourney Weaver's in it for like a little bit.
Was she?
Yeah, she was a lady in it. She was a woman.
Oh. I don't.
That's all I remember.
I'm so bad at recognizing character or actor. I guess actors is more correct.
Yeah.
I think that like every male actor is that guy. Who's the guy that played The Witcher?
I almost said Geralt. Fucking what is his name? He was Superman
too. Yeah.
Who is Geralt in show? Henry
Cavill. I think all male actors are Henry Cavill.
Thank God that Google understood what I meant with who is Geralt in show. Speaking of alcoholic drinks and going on theme park rides, one of my favorite ones to do that with is what has been dubbed the worst theme park ride of like all time, or worst like main actual theme park ride of all time, and it's the Fast and Furious ride.
Oh yeah, I didn't even know it existed.
It's hot garbage. I wrote like a 3-page review and put it on. I tried to send it to Google, but they wouldn't let me do it because it was too long. But I detailed like every second of the ride and my experience, and I was like, let me just be straight up. I got stupid drunk before going on this because I knew it would be the only way I could enjoy it. And I did enjoy it, but you have to be drunk and you have to be with people. You can't just go on it to go on it because you'll be like, this is fucking awful. It's like the worst.
It used to be Terminator, right?
No. So that's the Jason Bourne thing, and no lie, it's actually really fucking sick.
That's the one with like the screen backdrop and stuff. Okay.
The crazy like 8K size of a football field curved screen. And fun fact, last time I went to that, the Jason Bourne broke his shoulder 5 minutes into the show.
That's so badass, dude.
And they were just like, hey, we're in a hold right now. So they just turn the lights on, and like they always start off with like the producer and like coordinator of the show coming out and be like, this is the most technologically advanced stunt show that you can see, blah, blah, blah. And he comes out and is like trying to kill time and like keep people entertained. He's like, so fun facts about this screen, there's 200 billion pixels, and like just trying to do like science facts. And then he's like, so we can't do the show, we don't have another person to take his place, so you guys all just get fast passes for the rest of this, that you can use it whenever.
That's brutal.
Yeah, but like at first I couldn't remember it was part of the show because the dude like did this thing and he's like whipping on this little like zip line thing, and he like, I think he just landed or like swung weird and probably just popped his shoulder out of socket, but he just hit the ground and was just like, ah, and then all the music and everything cut out, and you could just hear, Jesus, that poor guy. And we were like, oh my God, this. And I was with my friends and I was hyping it up because I usually go with like my normal group, but we were going to Bonnaroo originally. Bonnaroo got canceled, so we were like, what are we gonna do? We have the week off. Oh, let's just go to Orlando and get an Airbnb and just be crazy in Orlando. And I was just hyping it up the whole time. We're like, oh, dude, because we're still kind of drunk, and we're leaving Fast and Furious, which I'll get back to that. But I'm just hyping it up. Oh, it's so cool. Super dope. You don't know what's the screen and like what's actual props and stuff. And then 5 minutes in, the dude fucks his arm up, and then we just had to leave. They're like, cool fucking show, dude. But yeah, the Fast and Furious ride is like glorified just sit in a car. It's not fast or furious. You're stationary the whole time. That's facetious. For most of the time, you're stationary.
How is it compared to what was that one Disney ride? Was like the Test Track or whatever?
Test Track is bitchin' compared to this, and there's nothing to look at in Test Track.
Is Test Track still around?
Yeah,
it is. Okay.
Yeah. Whoever was sponsoring it doesn't sponsor it anymore, but whatever. At least you go fast in Test Track. You can go like 60 miles an hour. In Fast and Furious, you go a whopping like 5 miles an hour at the most.
Is it like Spider-Man ride technology?
No, worse.
Okay.
You get in a giant bus. The bus moves into a thing. It fakes that you're moving because there's like lights going by, and it makes you nauseous because it's like doing this bumpy thing at first where you're like, hey, we're actually moving. And then it just goes still, and there's lights zooming past you, and it makes you feel like you're going through a tunnel, but you're not moving, and it gives you like crazy vertigo, or at least it does to me. So I can't look out the sides on that ride because I'll get immediately nauseous. So I have to just be like, hey, Dwayne The Rock, please tell me what's happening in this fucking shit. You go around a corner and there's just awful acting. The voices aren't really like synced right. They're like dubbed and wrong. And then Vin Diesel's like, family. Like, hold on. I'm going to just play the ride We're gonna ride it together right now.
Oh no.
Also, Vin Diesel's as big as a helicopter. That's canon. Also, I don't know why there's no sound. There we go. So, in the beginning, I can't stop myself from every pre-show room. Anytime Luda pops on the screen, I just go, Luda! And it makes everybody who's like over 30 laugh. People in here, they just know that their job sucks. They kind of make everyone that works at the ride that does like the live actor thing makes fun of the ride. Like they'll do hand tallies every time a character says family. They say it like no joke 13 times in the pre-show, and they'll just be like, "We hit 13, guys, we did it." Let me just skip to the ride. It looks like the ride was supposed to be in 3D. Like they have all this signage set up of like, oh, safety goggles, you need to wear your goggles, but it's not in 3D.
Probably made people super fucking sick.
I mean, not really. Like all the other rides, like Spider-Man and Terminator, it like, not Terminator, Transformers, like it whips you around and shit, and you're looking at it in 3D and it's fine. This just, you're sitting, you don't move. The bus shakes and you get hit in the face with like nitrous cannons.
And was this like a Need for Speed Underground 2 bus?
This is your party bus. You're going to a warehouse party.
Okay.
Playing generic, royalty-free like dance music.
Now, you know they commissioned it for way too much money.
Sometimes you're lucky if it plays reggaeton for you. So here's the death tunnel.
Listen up, everybody. My man Hobbs wants to talk directly.
Luda!
My name is Special Agent Luke Hobbs of the U.S. Diplomatic Security Service. As of 16.9 seconds ago, I'm the man in charge. There's a high-value witness from...
So this whole time you were stationary and there's lights just going like you're driving in a tunnel underground. I'm glad he's not showing it to you because it might make you nauseous looking at the screen. We're gonna go dark mode real quick. Here's the only time you're moving. Ooh. Look, there's cars. Vroom vroom. Right. Also, this makes me laugh every time because everyone is dressed like they're at a party in like 2002.
Yeah.
And this ride came out like 3 years ago.
Dude, why is it acting so bad?
It's ridiculous. It's so bad.
This is hilarious. Like, one of the biggest movie franchises of all time.
Yeah. Lips don't match up.
You're under arrest right now. Ladies, just back up a little bit. Got slightly. First of all, I don't work for you.
Oh, really? Well, tell me, Roman, who do you work for?
We don't work for nobody. I suggest you clear out of here, otherwise we can't guarantee your safety.
Vin Diesel's about to fall asleep.
Never mind, a whole lot bigger than yours.
Why does he break the fourth wall?
Yeah.
Let's go, Cookie Puss. That ugly suit on, man. It's cheap.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw. It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah.
That weird long pause. Hold on. I gotta hear that pause again.
Oh my god.
Somebody out there really pissed off Shaw.
One.
It's gonna get ugly fast.
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry. Driver, move that bus.
Are you kidding me, Roman? You didn't shut off your phone, bro?
I gotta call you back. I'm in the middle of tonight.
See what I'm talking about?
Call you back.
What phone is that?
Driver, move that bus. Say it.
I just can't hold him forever. Letty, Roman, we're up. Driver, move that vehicle.
Okay.
Dude, what the hell?
So, before it gets into like the main show section, so you go into a tunnel and there's screens on both sides of you. It's almost like a 360 looking thing. There's so much shit happening at all times. You can't focus on what you're supposed to look at. So the whole time you're just going, just
I hope he does that with the camera. I hope
he probably is, because like there's shit happening here, shit happening here. This is pretty much all you need to really enjoy the ride. The best thing is when you tell people to sit on the edges for their first time and they get hit in the face with all these like gas cannons and shit. Keep in mind you're not moving. You are stationary. Those cannons are directed in the cabin, so it just shoots you in the face. Dude.
Is it all bad CG?
Oh, it's so bad.
There's no footage at all?
It's all green screen.
Dude. Why'd they do it on Unreal Engine 3?
Yeah. I know, it's worse too when you see like the city going by, because the buildings look like garbage. Oh my god, he's dead. Boom.
Oh my goodness.
Where's the helicopter? Where's the Vin Diesel sized helicopter?
So they're pumping wind in?
Yeah. He's as big as the helicopter.
Dude, what the fuck? Did they just jump a fucking 18-wheeler?
And the ride's over.
What just happened? Like, what's the story?
You're fast and you're furious.
Dude, that is... Holy fuck.
So either get like...
How are they making bad dark rides right now?
Dude, the technology is so advanced and they're just like, put them in a bus in a tunnel and have Vin Diesel yell at them. Family, yeah.
Dude, that is the most embarrassing shit. That's Universal, right?
Yeah. Like,
dude,
when it opened, people were like, close it. It's done. We don't need it. It's so bad. But like, it is fun when you get like a couple drinks in you and you have like the whole row is just like your friends and you're just making fun of it the whole time. Just being loud and obnoxious. And then there's just like a fat family in front of you that are like, you know, I really like the Vin Diesel movies.
As a fat man, I don't approve of them.
One of those normies that are like, you know, Fast 5 was my favorite movie of all time.
Was Fast 5 the one where they stole the bank vault and like dragged it with like 2 Camaros?
Probably. Fast 5's also a great name for a hand job. Thanks, Doug Benson, for that joke.
That's pretty solid.
Oh yeah, they gave me a Fast 5 at the massage parlor. Yeah. We got really off topic with that one.
That was yeah, we're supposed to talk about your new house.
Yeah, I got a house. I do not have the Fast and Furious ride in my house though. But Chris is a homeowner.
Yeah, owning property is fucking cool, dude.
You bought a house at the right time.
Dude, it couldn't have been better.
Yeah.
Like,
everything got bad immediately after your house was built.
Dude.
You locked in your rate and you were like, whew.
Yeah, and then dude, like, because they were building our neighborhood, like, it started at the end of 2019, and then, like, you know, they put up like 3 houses, and then COVID happened.
Yeah,
and then like lumber started skyrocketing. So like, even people who bought houses in my neighborhood after me paid so much more money because they had to pay for more expensive lumber.
Yeah, because I was telling you about like, because when you bought your house, you're like, you should get a house. I'm like, let me look into it. So there's like a whole really cool like new community that they were building. It's the ones that I was showing you. I'm not going to tell the location because that tells you where I live, sort of. But it was like really cool houses, and they were like, it's that weird like angular roof one that I was showing you.
Yeah,
it was like hybrid modern and like farmhouse roof that made no sense. I'm like, I like that. That's cool.
It was really weird and cool.
Yeah, and I think the house, like when it was first getting built, for like, I mean, granted, it's more expensive than what you got your house for, but then again, I was looking a little later. But it was like, I think it started at like $320 or something for it, for like a 1,700 square foot 3-bed 2-bath.
That was a lot for a house that size then.
Yeah. Right now, to get that same house is like $540,000. It's gone up so much.
You missed the fuck out.
Yeah. And it would have been real cool to have a brand new place, but like, granted, the building that my place is in, it was built in like 2000 or something, but it was renovated like last year. Like almost all of the inside is new, except for like the appliances, but it's still all like stainless stuff. Like all the bathrooms are brand new, like new shower shit, like new tile, new floor, new vanities. I'm like, hell yeah. Compared to like all the other shit that's going for the same price that I got mine for, like mine was a steal. Cause like there was another one in the same complex. I didn't show you this one. It was selling for about how much I got it for. It was like the listing price. And there were fucking holes in the wall. Like doors were broken. There were leaks in the windows. Like the HVAC needed to be replaced like that year. Like when you buy it, it's like, get ready for like $5,000 in like AC repairs you need to do. Like tiles were broken. Like it just stunk. There were bugs in it.
Dude, I mean, like
same fucking price that I bought mine for.
Like downtown, like kind of near where our old office was in that area. There's houses that are like 100-year-old like craftsman houses that are like really cool looking, but just like, you know, they spent like 30 years empty and they're like in horrible shape, like destroyed by termites.
There's
and like
bees in it.
Dude, those are going for like $500,000.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And they're just hunks of junk. Like the best thing to do would be to buy it and tear it down and build a new house.
Yeah. Dude, I was telling, like, when we were trying to get prices and stuff, because like my parents were helping me out with it and they needed like financial shit with my parents. And I was talking to them. They're like, you know, we built our house in like 97 and we got our like, what is it? 3-bedroom. There's an office, dining room and shit. They bought it for like, built it brand new for like $178,000. And it's worth over $500,000 now.
That's how it goes, dude.
It's crazy. Like a house on the corner of the road that they're at just sold for like $570,000.
That's
and all this shit was built in like the mid 90s and it was all like the same contractor. So they were all about like between like $100,000 and $200,000 houses.
Dude. Now that's a hell of a comp to have. That's
yeah. Now you can flip that. I mean, granted,
good luck buying a new one.
Yeah, good luck getting a new one. But like,
because interest rates are not great.
No, I was telling you my interest rate and it fucking sucks.
Yeah, I literally will not tell you mine because you'll just feel bad.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for not telling me that.
I'm just gonna keep that to myself.
Thanks.
Just know that you should have bought a house then.
I had even less money then. Not that I have money now, but
there was even less then.
Yeah, there was even less. I guess to sort of wrap things up, I do have a would you rather or a hypothetical for you.
Okay. Hit me with it.
This one, I was thinking this morning as I was sneezing. Would you rather shit yourself every time you sneeze or vomit every time you have to cough?
Whoa. I think I would go with the sneeze shitting.
Okay. Explain.
Because throwing up is just so much worse. Throwing up is so I hate throwing up.
It is, but like at the same time, factor in cleanup in both of these situations.
They're both awful, but like
one of them is you're shitting and ruining your pants anytime you have to sneeze. The other one is like you just throw up when you have to cough.
Dude, I have no pride. I'll wear diapers. I don't give a shit.
I'll just waddle in my sneeze shit.
Dare somebody to fight me. People in Florida are short. I'm bigger than everybody.
Yeah. I mean, just look at this.
Yeah,
that's all you need.
I'm slouching.
Yeah. Hey.
It's me versus a bunch of Jareds out there. So I'll wear diapers.
A bunch of 5'9"ers.
I told you that the thing I've been dying to do, like if for whatever reason heights get brought up, I just want to like tell everybody in the room that like I'm like 5'7", and just like be like, no, I'm 5'7", like for sure.
Vehemently about it.
Yeah, like just be like just stand my ground, and then just make everybody else who says their actual height seem like they're lying.
That's the craziest power move.
Yeah, maybe I should do a more believable height. Like maybe if I just say like I'm 5'10".
Yeah,
I'm way closer to 5'10".
Yeah, you can't pull off a 5'5".
But God, could you imagine? That would, I don't know. It probably wouldn't play out well.
I'd have to be like 4'11".
Like everybody would be like, "No, you're not." Okay, let's move on. This guy's a fucking idiot. But I love the idea of
you were
gaslighting.
5'10". People were like, "What?"
Wait, hold on. How thick are your shoes?
Yeah, you have those weird insoles that give you like 2 inches.
Rocking some lifts. Yeah, I think I'd go with shitting because like one thing I'll never understand is like the people who can like be drinking and then they like just excuse themselves to the bathroom and they throw up and they come back and just better than ever.
Yeah.
Like if I throw up, it ruins my night. I can't bounce back.
I think the other thing too is like if you're not throwing up a lot, like it's always a traumatic experience. But if you're throwing up a lot, I mean, granted, I think it'd be the same time as shitting yourself, but like I feel like you'd get callous to it to a degree where you're just like, hold on, I got a cough.
Well, so what I'm thinking about is like I have coughed so hard that I threw up before one time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as a teenager.
Wait, no, you swallowed something wrong.
I inhaled some rice.
Yeah.
And it like stuck in like my tickle zone.
Yeah.
That shit sucked. But no, I like you know, as a young man, I was doing an old Gravitron. and I was doing it in the kitchen sink. And then I started coughing and I threw up on the other side of the sink. And my dumb teenager ass, I set it up in the side with the disposal. So it was such an awful cleanup, dude. It was the worst.
That totally reminds me of I'm sure they make them now. It might not be the same name, but in college, my friends and I, we had these things called the chugglers, which was basically like a big beer mug and the handle was a funnel that went to the bottom. So if you ever just wanted to just shotgun a full beer, you would just pop the funnel out of the handle, tilt it up, and just shotgun the whole thing.
Jesus Christ.
But
that's an intense piece of machinery.
Yeah, let me find the chuggler. Hopefully this doesn't get me any porno stuff. Chuggler. Yeah. There it is.
How big is this thing?
30 ounces.
30 ounces,
yeah.
Wow. That's a big beer.
Yeah. Granted, you would just put your regular can
like
of
you
beer
could
in there.
Slam two bottles at once.
Yeah. There was a night where a kid came over. This kid was an absolute savage, but we had a couple of these going around, and he just wanted to get drunk fast, and he had half a bottle of Sailor Jerry's, poured it in there, and wrecked the half a bottle in like 4 seconds.
No.
He was fine for like 2 minutes. Like
and
totally
then he turned into shoe nice.
And then he was just like staring at nothing, left, and we didn't hear from him for like 3 days. And he was like, I don't know what happened.
Dude.
But throwing up, our buddy Lorenzo, not a big chugger, definitely more of like a sipper, and would just like, we always made fun of him because he'd do the Captain Morgan stance whenever he would like chug out of a handle or something. He would put his like leg up and then just, and then one of those. But we're like, yo, Lorenzo, you're gonna fucking chug this beer with us. And he's like, I don't know, I don't like chug beers or anything. We're like, oh dude, chug it. Like, we'll all chug one with you, whatever. We were dumb and we didn't like, usually I'll like let the beer sit out for a little bit before we chug them, just so they get to like just above room temperature. Like they're not freezing cold, but they're not like hot yet. It goes down a lot easier. When they're ice cold, it fucking hurts.
Yeah.
So we're like, we forgot to fucking let these sit out for a little bit, so we're just gonna do it anyways. He chugs it, and I think he only finished like half of it. Like we all could crush him pretty fast after we got like a couple beers in us. We could just shoot him down. And he was sitting there for a little bit, and like we could tell like he wasn't feeling too good, and then goes into the dorm bathroom or something. So there was super weird layout in their dorm room. It was 2 bathrooms in the same like stretch. So you would go inside, there's like a common area, 2 bedrooms. This bathroom here was a sink and a shower, and the other one here was the sink and the toilet. So kind of cool that you could split those up. But the sink for the shower was all fucked up because he would like shave in the sink and just like let it clog up. So he threw up all in that sink. He like filled that sink and it wouldn't drain. So he had to grab Solo cups, scoop out his puke, and go to the other bathroom and flush it and just do rounds of just moving his puke to another bathroom. And that was the most disgusting shit that ever happened in that bathroom.
Oh.
We had a dude that would like climb the door of the bathroom and get like fucked up and just like lay on top of the door.
When I got my first apartment, there's no way I told this on this podcast. I don't think yet, because we don't talk about drinking much. So I've never been a big drinker. I don't care a lot for it because I get bad hangovers. Like, I don't mind being drunk too much, but it's the next day I always really suffer. I'm like, I'm never doing this again.
You gotta drink more water, homie.
I try. Now when I do drink, I like, before I even go to the place or, you know, get the booze or whatever, I buy a bunch of like Gatorades and shit, so I can just like slam them before I go to bed.
Yeah.
But when I moved in my first apartment, we had this party, and there was like a lot of Jaeger going around for whatever reason.
Okay.
And
been there.
So we were really young and dumb and poor. So we had a 3-bedroom apartment, and there was, I think, 4 of us living there.
Mm-hmm.
So I lived in the master bedroom and shared that master bedroom with another. Like, that was the deal, is we got our own bathroom, but we had to share the bedroom.
Okay.
And so you know, party's kind of winding down or whatever, and then one of the guys there like asked to use the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes into my bathroom, the master bathroom, and you can hear him throwing up or whatever, and he never comes back out. And like we were going to bed, and they're like, you know, go do your thing. And the next morning, woke up and he had puked everywhere, like all over the bathroom, and then tried to like clean it up with his clothes, and then just passed out on the floor.
Oh man,
that was like literally like the second night I had ever lived alone.
We had that kind of happened with our buddy Daniel. I think I've shown you some of that video before, where it was just 21st birthday, so we're like, hey, we can make him drink legally. And there's this Irish bar that was down the street from where we used to live, and I didn't go to it, or I wasn't there for this. I was like, I think with my girlfriend or something, doing something. But they got him like absolutely drunk, and they filmed a lot of it, like getting like doubles of just like Jameson like Black Barrel stuff, and just getting like 8 of those and just like feeding it to him and like making him drink like all types of shit. And he was like so fucked up. I have videos of this. I might pull this up and blur it so you don't see him. But I have a video saved in one of my Google Drives of like all the stuff that we filmed in college. And this video of him is fucking crazy. Hopefully there's no copyrighted music, and hopefully it doesn't say anything like too crazy, because he says some wild shit.
Dude, a hookah.
Yeah, we had a hookah on our patio. Our patio is pretty sick. We were on the 9th floor of this like condo apartment place, and it looked out into the pool.
Hey, fuck you! I don't know him. Hey man, you need a 51.3 to get at least a 51.2. We got
What?
He's so drunk, and we quote this all the time. We'd be like, "Hey man, you need a 51.3 to get a 51.2." Barely anybody smoked it. That's another one too. Because I think they're all just like smoking cigarettes and like passing them around, and he got like a fresh one. And he's like, barely anybody smoked it.
Yeah, baby! Good old pair of jeans and fit. Yeah!
That's how you know you're gone, is when you have that yell.
He's just screaming into the void.
So he's like running down the street later, and he like jumped over a bench, fell, and like busted his face open.
Jesus Christ.
And then he was like a degenerate by the time he got into our building. He was like running down the hallways, just like hitting walls and shit. Gets into our apartment, and like there's a half bathroom downstairs, just throws up all over the floor, and he's just like bleeding out of his nose and just throwing up everywhere and missing, and then just fell asleep in his puke just like on the ground. And thank God I didn't know about it, but they like made him clean it all up in the morning. They're like, Daniel, dude, you gotta clean this shit. I'll have to show you more of that video later, but it's a lot.
Cleaning up puke is one of the worst things.
Yeah, that's why I try not to do it.
I think I might rather clean up shit than puke.
At least it's your own shit.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean,
you kind of do it already. You gotta wipe.
Yeah. Oh boy, do I.
Boy, am I taking some 5 and 6ers.
I be wiping.
You even got bidets too.
Yeah.
Fucking bidets are the shit. That's a whole other topic.
Oh yeah, got a bidet and a squatty potty at home. And
you just be professionally shitting out there,
dude. I'm an expert now.
Yeah, I'm buying 2 new ones for this new place, and like I've been trying to get my parents on the grind because like you save toilet paper when you have a bidet. Like you won't do like fucking a 9 wiper because there's just shit everywhere. You just blast it out, and you're like 1, maybe a 2 if it's a rough day.
It's something you should do when you install it or consider experiment with it. So they come with little there's like an insert that goes into the water line that restricts the water flow. It decreases the pressure. I took it out.
Yeah, it fucking mine hurts.
Yeah, mine does too. I can only go up to like 30% of its full potential.
Yeah,
it's like a laser beam, dude.
Yeah, because mine is like, I remember testing it out because I was like, let me make sure that this works, but I'm not gonna like sit on the toilet, and I just went to like 10%, and it just shot my mirror. Like it shoots so hard. But I've been trying to get my parents on the grind because I'm like, yo, I can make like a 12-pack of toilet paper last like fucking 7 months. Like I don't have to buy that shit. And they're like, we go through like an 8-pack like a week. I'm like, dude, you're fucking up. And my mom's like, hey, I can't wait to try your bidet in your new apartment. I'm like, just buy one for your house. You don't need to shit in my place.
It's just gonna come over to shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I bought one of those like big Costco bricks of toilet paper. I don't even know when. I've had it for so long.
Yeah. I think I ordered toilet paper on Amazon in September, and I still have like 6 rolls left. Like I'm good.
Get bidets, people. Quit. It's
join the future.
Yeah.
Quit wiping your ass like a fucking caveman.
Yeah. Wiping is dumb.
This isn't the French Renaissance when you're wiping that one cloth and then you just wash that, or you just keep it with you.
The communal sponge.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get your ass blasted by a bidet.
Yeah.
There was a great campaign, the ad campaign that Tushy did when they first started. And it was just footage of people's faces the first time they would use a bidet. And every single person does one of these.
Yeah.
Every time the first time. And I did too.
Yeah. Yeah. The first time you're like, ooh.
Yeah, ooh.
But then after a while, sometimes you'll just like crank it and just let the water run out. You're like, I got nothing to do right now.
Fucking
let it drain.
Yeah, it doesn't. I think it's Tom Segura talks about how he'll just go sit on the toilet, just have a rinse.
Yeah.
Like, not even shitting. He's just blasting his ass with water.
Sometimes it's nice to do.
Yeah.
To wake you up. There's nothing like freezing cold water hitting your butthole to really get your day started.
The one I got at my house, I need to completely hook it up. It does hot and cold water.
Do you have a hot water hookup next to your toilet?
No, so that's the problem. Is I have to run it to under my sink, which is why I haven't done it. Because
are you gonna like drill a hole in the side? And
I have to. Yeah, I have to drill a hole in the side of the cabinet and then hook it up to the hot water. But it's such a long distance. I got to get more tubing because
the tubes that they come with it are just enough to go from the wall to the unit.
Yeah, my toilet is like 8 feet from the sink, so it's gonna be a little bit of a project that I've just been putting off for a year and a half.
Well, when it happens, you're gonna have hot water for your
high pressure hot water.
It's gonna hurt, dude. It's gonna be so hot.
Dude, can you imagine scalding your asshole?
I burnt my ass.
Dude, now that's a podcast.
There you go.
Burn ass podcast.
When you get it going, you're gonna have to film your face. Like, this is my first attempt with hot bidet.
I don't want everybody to see me cry.
Sorry to bring that up for you. Oh man, fucking good chatting. We covered a lot of ground today.
What a pod.
What a pod. Vape things to Kodak Black to taking a shit.
Yeah, we covered it all. That's
great.
Life.
Yeah, that's life. All right. Well, if you guys want to learn more about Aimbot, or you want to follow us on any of our other things, you can go to aimbot.energy.com, aimbot.energy, or linktr.ee/drinkaimbot for all your aimbot needs and goodies.
Links in the description.
We also need to set up Shiznit for 30% off. I'm going to do that literally right after this episode.
Yeah.
Use code Shiznit for 30% off your order.
Yeah, any order.
Any order. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.